Hello everyone. Today we are going to create a complete job application. So you can see here, this is a job application form. So this is without CSS, only HTML form you can see here. So like this form, today we are going to learn. Okay. So how to create like this form. So it's having personal information, personal details and qualification skills. Okay. So next additional information and submit button and clear form. All these things we are going to create. It includes all elements. So you can see input box and email type and phone number. Okay, date of birth, gender. So this is radio button. This is text area. So here you can see select and range and date of birth and select options, check boxes, upload file, URL. So these are all different types of form input elements. Okay, so today we are going to learn this complete form creation. So then you will able to understand. Okay, first we'll start with the HTML code, boilerplate code. So inside boilerplate code, we will create the form. Okay, inside body. So here I'm going to take H2 or H1. So H1 will start with the job application form. Job application form. Okay. Let us start with the form tag. So inside form tag, we are having three different attributes. Okay. So the first important attribute is equal to is action. Okay. So this is very important when you sending the form details to backend. Okay. So the first important thing is action. Okay. So action, I'll tell you one by one. There are mainly three. First one is action. So action is equal to there is submit application. Sorry, it is submit application. Okay, submit application. So just after this one, method. Second one is method. So method is equal to we are using post method. Okay, so that is post method. So next one is ENC type. Okay, so ENC type is important when you are uploading a file. It is mandatory to mention. Okay, so just remember. So for that reason, I am using ENC type. Here we have to fill multi part slash formatted. Okay, so this is form. Okay. So inside this form, we are going to create multiple form elements. Okay, I think first you already know. First is the personal information field, right? So it is enclosed with the field set. So let us start with the um, field set. Okay, so inside this field set we are going to create some main heading name I'm going to give, that is with a legend tag. Okay, so first one is a legend for the title of this field set. Okay, so I will show you how it looks. Personal information. Okay, this is okay, first field set. So next one is personal information. We are having the input type. No, first we'll create the label, right? Label. For label, we are giving for if it is required, you can give, no issues. For for full name, we'll give full name. Okay, full name. So here I'm going to write full name. Okay, so this will look like this label. Okay, so after this label, I'm going to create input type is equal to input type is equal to name is what, text, right? So text. If you want, you can give ID. ID is required when, so ID and names are required when we sending data to backend. Okay, full name. If we are styling also, this ID is required. Okay, ID and just name is equal to full name. So you give same name, so then it is easy to you remember the name. Okay, relevant name you should give. So because it's very helpful you. Okay, so this full name we are going to give required because it's important, right? Okay, just I will show you the output how it looks. Then you will able to understand why I am giving these things. Okay. Wait. Okay. Now it's coming. See, this is field set. This is field set and here full name with the box. Okay, so now I have written full name is required. One more attribute I didn't explain in the last examples, that is now I'm telling to you placeholder. Placeholder. Okay, so placeholder is equal to the text we are writing here, it will come in this input box, but it is like for user understanding. Okay, just I'll type enter your name. Okay, so this is about username. So and one more thing also, you can give max length. Max length is equal to, I'll give 100 for name. Okay, so this is for full name. So just refresh this one, you can see here enter your name, it is visible in a light color. Like when I enter key here, when I press some letter, so it will went off. Okay, so that for user understanding we are adding here placeholder, so that you are writing like this. Okay, so just I'll minimize this one, maximize this one, then you will understand. So input type is equal to text. You know why we are entering only text input for this? Full name and id name. Required is required. When you are submitting the button, it is asking you to, it is required. Okay, so placeholder for user understanding, and maximum length how much you want you should give. Okay, so this is about name. So next we'll continue with the next input. Okay, what is next input? Email. We'll move on the next input type, so that is email, right? So just copy paste the same thing. We'll change the input type. Okay, so type is equal to email here. Type is equal to email, and the name is full name, id full name is changed to, okay, email. For label we didn't add the email, right? So after this one I'm going to add for name also change to email, and full name is also changed to email. Here the full name is also changed to email. Okay, so now enter your, instead of name we are taking it as email, and the maximum length here is not required. Okay, so just we'll remove this one. Okay, instead of enter your email, so placeholder will give it like this, some example email. Okay, example at email.com. So it should be in this format only, right? So they will be understand easily. So now it's perfect, right? So next move on to the, so next input, which is next input, phone number. Okay, we'll take it as phone number. Just copy paste that same thing, instead of email, phone. So change this to phone. Okay, so next here email, instead we'll change it to phone or number, right? So we can take it as telephone is also there. It will take telephone number. Okay, this time we'll try this one. Next you can check the number also. So instead of email we can change it to phone. Here also change it to phone. Okay, so here required, and we'll give the pattern like this. So this type of pattern we can give here. Okay, so here you can type pattern is there, right? So pattern, we are going to give square bracket 0 to 9, 0 to 9. So and in flower bracket curly brace we are giving only 10 digits, right? So this is phone number, it is showing in your uh, input box. Okay, so after this one, pattern, this is pattern, and we'll add placeholder. Placeholder is equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. Okay, so like this will give, just we'll check how the output will look like this. You can see here, just I'll refresh. See, email, phone number. Email will be, if I type something, it went off. Okay, and phone number. So if I give phone number, so this pattern will show when I do the mistake. Okay, that time it will show that error. Okay, that I will show you submit time. Okay, so this is first label input, username, their name, email, phone number. Okay, so next we'll add the gender. Okay, next we'll add the date of birth. Okay, so for this one I'm copying, just paste instead of phone, DOB will change it to DOB. So instead of phone, date of birth. Okay, so next here, the type is date. Okay, this you should remember, for date of birth type is date, and ID is DOB. ID is DOB, and name is DOB. Okay. So next, for this one, we are going to give minimum and maximum. Okay. So minimum date of birth and maximum. Minimum is equal to some 1960 hyphen 01 hyphen 01. Okay. So then, sorry, this is not name. This is mail. Okay. Next is max. Max is equal to 2000. We'll give 2010 iPhone 12, iPhone 13. Okay. Okay, some date range we are going to give here. Okay, so this is the date of birth. Next, we'll give for the gender. Okay, so for gender, just I'll remove this input. Okay, instead of this one, just we'll change label. Okay, so this one for way is not needed. Just I'll remove. It will make you confuse. Okay, so just we'll add gender here, and input type is equal to radio. Input type is equal to radio. ID is equal to other, and name is equal to, I already told you in the last example, name should be same in every radio button. Okay, so and here we are adding value. Okay, instead of this one, we're adding value also. Value when it is required, when we sending data to backend, that time it is required. Value is male. Okay, so this is first value is male. Then it's okay. Instead of, just I'll remove the break statement here. So again we'll create after gender. Okay, we have to add one more label, right? So that is male. Here for male we are going to give male. So one more is for radio gender. Here we are going to add female. Okay, it is not other, it is male. Okay, here it is female. Okay, then For female label, we are going to give female. So next one more, we are going to take it for other. Here gender is same. So here we'll take it as other. So here we need one more label for other. So label, after the radio button, we are using label. Okay, for that reason, here I am adding label gender. So instead of gender, THER other. Okay. So now we added radio button. Okay. So next we'll add to the some text area for their address. So these all comes in the personal details, right? Okay. So next one is address. So for address, we are going to take label address. Okay. After this, we are going to take the text area ID is equal to address name is equal to address. So for here we are adding rows and columns. Rows is equal to 4, columns is equal to 50. Okay. For this one, we'll add some placeholder. So enter your full address. Okay. So this is our text area. Okay, closes. Text area closed, right? Okay. So next, we have to close the field set, right? So here we are close with the break statement. So then we'll close the field set. Okay. So next we'll open one more field set. We had to close. Oh, okay, here it is closed, right? Okay, I forgot it. Just I'll remove. Text area is closed here. Okay, we'll create one more field set. So this field set will start. So before going to that field set, just will show you how it will look, right? So here it is one field set, personal information, full name, email, phone, date of birth, gender, and your full address. So we'll add next field set. Okay. So next field set, just adding the data for legend for field set name. Okay. Legend field set name. So what is, just close, position details. Okay. Position details. So this is legend. So next we'll add the same details like a label and select option. Okay. Okay, we'll add this one. Okay. So now we added the select option for position. Okay. So optional values select position. So first we are giving the select position and software engineer data value. So I already explained in the select option how it will option added to here. So same value we are giving whatever the value we are showing the user. Okay. For we are sending data to backend, so it is useful. Okay. So let us see the output for this one, how it will look. See position, whichever the position we want, we can select here. Okay. So next one, we'll add the data here. It's complete. Next, for label department. Okay. So we'll add the department. So first we added the position. So next we'll add the department. Okay. Now I'll add the department. So department here, the label, and so next input type text and ID name list department. So place folder type selected department. Okay, data list means data list. Here we have used data list means, so it is a list of data. Okay, so it is something, the data list element provides the auto complete. Okay, suggestions while still allowing custom input. The experience field uses here. So next we'll add the experience. Okay, so these are the departments. So we are going to choose here. Just I'll show you. Refresh this one. See here. You are going to fill. So this is auto complete. So when you type, so it will show here. So like this it will come. So here it will show like this. Okay, so but here it is when you type complete it will come. Okay, so you can see here for that one we are adding here data list. Okay, for that one here you need to add list is equal to departments. So it is data list type we are adding here. Okay, so data list element provides the auto complete suggestions. So auto complete suggestions we are using this one. So if you want you can add comment line for this one. Okay, for your better understanding. Okay, so here we are using data. If you want to note down data, so this is data list, right? Data list element. Element provides auto complete suggestions. Okay, auto complete suggestions. So for this one we are using. Okay, right? I think you have understood this one. So this is for department. Okay, so now let us add next one is year of experience. Okay, year of experience will add now. We'll add year of experience. For experience, year of experience, type, number, experience. So and name is experience, minimum, maximum, and step 1 and value. Step 1 why we are given here. So if we are entering experience 1, experience 2, for that reason we are added here step 1 and step 2. Okay, so whatever the steps you want to give here you can give. Okay, so here a number with max, min, and step attribute to control numeric input control purpose we are using this min, max, step values. Okay, so just refresh and I will show you the output. So now here of experience. So only one step count it is going to increment, right? So for that reason we are added the step there. Okay. So if we are increment with the two values, you can increase the step. Okay. So the next one is year of experience done, right? Next we'll add the salary part. Okay. Salary part we are adding here. That is expected salary we'll add here now. So now we are added here expected salary range. Here you can give type range we are giving because the range graph will show here minimum and maximum step, how much step it is going to increment, and value and on input. So this dot next element sliding the value, this value. So whatever the value we are sliding there, just I will show you here. If I increment the value that will display here. Okay, for displaying purpose we added here. Okay, so the range is minimum is 20,000 and maximum is 2 lakh, like this we are given. So whatever the range is we are dragging here, that will update here, right? So that is updating by with this on input is equal to this dot next element sliding value. So whatever the sibling, so the uh, whatever the scroll we are scrolling, so that will update the value here. Okay, for that reason we have using this on input function. Okay, this is built-in attribute updates in the output part. Okay, so the for that reason here we are giving it. So this dot value will update here. Okay, now you have understood about this thing, right? So next we'll add one more thing. Uh, so joining date. Okay, so when you are going to join, so we have many companies will ask, right? So you have notice period 3 months, 4 months, like that. So date of joining also we are adding for this one. Okay. So date of joining we are added here. Available joining date when we are asking the students. So then they will type here. So for that reason we are added this one. Just refresh and we'll get the outputs here. So available date of joining is updating here. Now we'll close the field set of this positional information. Okay. So next we'll add one more field set. For what? Qualification details. Okay. For qualification details, we are adding legend. So qualification skills. Okay. So qualification skills, what are and all we can add here. So in qualification details, we can add educational details and what are the skills they are having, right? Okay, so let us start. First one is education. So what are the highest education level they are done, and bachelor's degree, master's degree, then we'll add the skills. Okay, so first we'll add the highest educational details. So this is highest educational details. So for education, highest educational level. So education is high school is our bachelor's degree, master's degree, our PhD. We'll take like this. Okay, just refresh this one and we'll check the output. You can see here qualification, they can select bachelor's degree. So this is select option, you already know. So then options we are adding this high school, bachelor's degree, master's degree, or PhD, or you can change it to pre-university also, which is the minimum requirement you need, you can add here. Okay, so this is about highest educational details. So next, after this highest educational details, we'll add the skills. Okay, now we'll add a skill set here. So skills, here select all the type skills you can add. So like checkbox, HTML, all we added in the checkbox. Okay. So checkbox you already know, type is equal to checkbox ID, name and value we are giving here. So just we'll check with the output. Just I'll refresh. See here HTML, CSS, whichever the skills you are having, you check this one. Okay. So this is for your skills. So next we are going to add, okay, so next we are going to add upload your resume. Okay, so for that we are using file upload. Okay, so file upload will add here. So just upload resume. It is type file, ID resume, name resume, accept. So which are all the format you are going to accept, that you need to add here. .pdf, .document, .document text. Okay. So you can add in a document format or PDF format or Word format. Okay. So this is the document formats you need to add here if you want. Otherwise, just direct field you can add. Defaultly, it will take a PDF file or any other files. Okay. So this is the basic file upload form. Okay, so after this file upload, you can add your profile URL also. Okay, for that profile URL, we are using the type URL. Okay, so just we are adding the URL. Type is equal to URL, portfolio, website link. You can give your website URL or your any social media URLs you can give. That is professional media. So professional social media. Okay. So portfolio name, portfolio placeholder URL you are going to give placeholder name. That is should be URL, right? So this how it will work. Just I'll show you output how it will look. See, you can enter URL here. Your portfolio URL you can add here. So if you want, you can add your cover letter. Okay, so cover letter means you are going to add about yourself with your own words. Okay, so that we are using the text area. Okay, so just I added the cover letter here. Just you can add your personal details text here. Okay, just I refresh. So here you can get the text area, right? So this way you can add the text. Okay, so this is all about your educational details and skills. Just close this one. Okay, after we are adding one more thing, additional information. So for that one we are going to create one more field set. Okay, so here we are creating legend. A legend we are adding here. Additional information. Okay, additional information we are adding here. So next we are adding the details, referral. You are joining with a referral or any social media. Okay, so how you are referred this job, how you are got to know about this job. So those things few companies will ask. So like that format we are going to create the job profile. Okay, job application form. Okay, just will add this one. Before adding that one, just I will show you how it will looks. See here. So next additional information will come here. Okay, so this is cover letter. You can type anything. So whatever the text you are going to write about yourself for your educational details. Okay, So next, let us start with the additional information. So okay, so for additional information, we are using a referral. How did you hear about us? So just we give the select option for this one. So here you can see the output. So we give the select option. So job board, social media, employee referral, or company website, any other. So like this, we are going to give for the that one. We have used ID, select option, and name. So the value, whatever the values we are giving to user, those we are added here. Okay, right? So now you have understood about like this. And for professional job application, they must ask the LinkedIn profile. So that also we are going to add here. So here we are adding a LinkedIn profile. There we are taking the URL, right? So for that reason, type is equal to URL ID name placeholder. So LinkedIn profile placeholder will be look like this. So for that reason, we are added this one. Okay, you can check here. So LinkedIn profile is a URL. It will come here. So are you able to relocate thing we are adding here? So just we are adding checkbox for that one. So if we are ready, then we tick it, right? So that is for relocating option. So next after this one is if we are ready, then we have to check this one. Okay. If we are not ready, we are not checking the. So next one main thing is so we have to agree some terms and conditions for their rules, right? So for additional information, extra information, one more thing is, are you ready to agree our conditions? So for that one, we are adding checkbox, one more checkbox. If they are ready, they will tick it and complete the form, right? So these two we are going to ask. So then we'll add submit button and reset button. Okay, we here we are adding instead of submit button, we are adding some additional comments if they want to add anything. So for that one, we are adding additional comment text area. So that text area, we have to write any other information you would like to share. So those things we are adding here. So next, we'll close the field set. This is enough for basic things we are added here. So next, we'll take two buttons for submit button type is equal to submit. Okay, just we're adding submit application. Okay, one more button we are adding here for type is equal to reset. Okay, right, reset we are giving here. That's it. Okay, okay, now you are able to understand, right? See, just refresh this one. You will get additional comment, submit application, and reset button. Okay, this is all about your application. Okay, so right now you have understood these things. So next we'll add one more thing. So we have to mention some asterisk mark because confirm they are going to fill it or not. So for that confirmation, we are adding some asterisk mark, right? How to have that asterisk mark right color? So I think if you know CSS, then you will be able to understand this one. So if you don't know, just complete CSS part, then you will able to understand these things. Okay, so just I will show you here. Okay, so where we are going to complete this. Okay, so label, forename, full name we have taken, right? So wait, after this one, I am going to give asterisk mark here. So for that one, we are using span. Span means it's a part of the line for a text. Span style is equal to color. Okay, color colon red. Red we are giving here, and after closing this one, I am using star. Okay. Just save this one and refresh this output screen. So you can see here star. So like this, wherever you want this asterisk mark with the required information from the user, you need to add like this. It is a red color. Okay, for that one we are using CSS styling, that is inline CSS. Here we have used, right? So the same thing you can apply wherever you required for your details. Okay, this is the plain form. For if you want to add more color, try this one and practice like this, creating more forms, then you will be perfect with the forms. Okay, I think I covered almost all the form elements or form attributes in this section. I think you have understood almost uh, forms and all. Okay, right? So you have to practice more, then you will able to understand perfectly with this HTML forms. Okay, we'll meet you in our next session. Bye bye. Happy coding.